This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove and all the things that we're talking about here today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this thing. I wanted to tell you guys, first of all, I want to celebrate. It is Dan the Man at DCookie, DCOOKY4. He has some really great .crypto names, and I wanted to celebrate him. I told you guys I would help you guys try to get some attention to the .cryptos that I thought were really nice, and hopefully, maybe you find a buyer in the process. All right, so here we go. So he has trading company .crypto. I thought that was fantastic. And here comes a couple that are just really, really great, I think. The Gym .crypto, CrossFit UK .crypto. Whoa! Dan the Man. Dan is the man. Fantastic. And I'm glad I could help celebrate you and some of the .cryptos that you have, my friend. And I also wanted to say, I went here on Unstoppable and I pulled this up and I put in, you see that Facebook marketplace or any kind of marketplace where people put stuff online and sell. And I just thought, wow, let me check this out. Web Marketplace is available. I didn't get it yet, and I don't know that I'll get it today, but you might want to get it before I get it. But I think Web Marketplace.crypto is great too, because you could have a lot of people selling stuff, and then of course you could probably generate some ad revenue off of that site if you built it. But nevertheless, just an example I wanted to make on that. So let's get right down to it this morning, because Bitcoin's been doing its thing. And let's see, because XRP's been doing its thing a bit too. So we're looking at $12,882 right now for and 26 cents for Bitcoin. Ethereum is over $400 at $411.56. And XRP is 26 cents this morning. Come on in. We are up. It was 5.5% this morning. We're up 4.9%. On the 1 day right now, 4% on the 7 day. Let's drill down on the XRP number, 0.2603. We're 11.7 billion for the market cap, and 24-hour volume is up 5.1%. The 24 hours sitting at 1.7 billion plus, and the total circulating supply sitting now at 45,248 million plus. Those are your numbers. Let's get right into this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot to talk about. Hey, is Ripple moving out of the United States? Are they? Whoa, we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into this. Bitcoin's record-breaking run attracts more Wall Street money. Bitcoin's hot streak is proving an irresistible prospect for Wall Street investors, while stocks and shares slip and slide. They see it as a hedge. Guys, if you didn't catch the Lunch and Learn yesterday with Miguel Villas, now the COO of Link2, formerly the head of XRP Global Markets, it was a really fantastic hang. We talked about metals, fintech, and cryptos, and a really great conversation went on there. You should go check that out from Link2. Okay, so now moving on here, Kraken launches spot trading for XRP, BTC, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash for Japanese residents. Both crypto-to-crypto and Japanese yen-denominated pairs are available. Kraken relaunches crypto trading in Japan as a part of its APAC expansion after 2 years, I believe is the time frame it's been. So congratulations to all the people in Japan that want to use the Kraken platform, and congratulations to Kraken for getting a banking license and now opening up the market to APAC. This should be good. Okay, keeping on here, more good news. RippleNet members TransferGo partners with Visa, while Neum joins forces with Neobank Unify Money. Major RippleNet members keep signing new partnership deals to spread Ripple technology adoption and improve their own tech performance. What I find interesting about this is that you don't see the story say, no, they haven't got the clarity, so I think we're going to wait and see what goes on there. Now, I understand that is exactly what happened with PayPal, or at least it appears to be. We're going to get into that in just a second here. But shout out to everybody on RippleNet and everybody who continues to expand and become a new member and partner on RippleNet. So then we covered this the other day, but I just wanted to touch on it for the narrative of what we're covering here for this video. Boston Consulting Group says Ripple Tech often outperforms banks, cites crypto as increasingly relevant in cross-border payments. Wow, they must have read the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, where they actually wrote a rule effective July 21st, 2020, where it has Swift GPI and Ripple and, yes, XRP, the virtual currency, cited as a solution for transparency to cross-border payments for banks and small credit unions. That rule is effective in the United States. Shh. Actually, don't shh. Tell everybody. Because the reality here is that there's 8 overlapping regulatory agencies that have been cited by Brad Garlinghouse and others that really, when you look at it, we want to make sure that you have that harmony and understanding what each of these digital currencies are. And that in lies the question, right? So let's keep this going here. PayPal will allow users to hold and buy crypto in the coming weeks. It will bring the services to its payments platform, Venmo, in early 2021. PayPal is partnering with Paxos to obtain a conditional license from the New York Department of Financial Services, NYDFS. Shout out to PayPal for bringing crypto to the masses, 346 or 364 million, let's just say 300 million plus customers, and 20 million of those are merchants. So this gets pretty exciting pretty damn quickly. Now, they did leave XRP off the list. Okay, let's be clear about that. And I think it's obvious that it is because they're making that decision because they stopped short a couple years ago when they gave the blessing to Bitcoin and Ethereum that they could go ahead and operate, that they were clearly not a security, right? We all know the drill, and they stopped short of giving XRP that designation and classification that it needs. Well, let's keep this going because I do believe that that's the real issue here, and so does Brad Garlinghouse. He says Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Great to see Payment Pioneer leaning in, but disappointing some fundamental tenets and benefits of crypto are spurned. And then here he says PayPal is concerned about the regulatory uncertainty impacting its rollout. Understood. And we should have the clarification and the designation of the asset XRP that we do not have yet and that they have been waiting so patiently for. And when you think about the fact that it has been the constant narrative of regulators even. In fact, I can remember Jay Clayton sitting on stage with, I believe, Brad Garlinghouse, and they talked, this has been 2-3 years ago, and they talked about how they meet on a regular schedule and talk about the things they need to be doing and this, that, and the other with many regulators. And no one in this space has met more often or as consistently and worked as closely with the regulatory agencies than Ripple about XRP. So it's pretty remarkable that they don't have this decision yet. Or is it? Let's just take a look here because, obviously, if you've been with me for a while, I'm skeptical about this and I feel, or cynical at least a bit, and I feel like they know what this needs to be. They haven't been trying to figure this out. I think they understand what this is domestically in the States, just like I believe they understand what this is in other parts of the world. Okay, so let's just get down to it here. And one or the other. It's either going to be, XRP will be a commodity or it'll be a currency. I believe if they make it a currency, it's direct use. You don't have an issue with it. If it's a commodity, you may see a stable coin built off of it or designed and launched off of XRP so they can begin to use that for settlement. Maybe, we'll see. But those are the thoughts for now. Anyway, while PayPal's pivot to Bitcoin has sparked a bout of euphoria within the cryptocurrency community, there are those who took a sober look at the upcoming cryptocurrency-related services of the payments behemoth. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has also joined the list of PayPal critics, and he said in a tweet, was yesterday, calls it move into crypto disappointing because he believes that it spurs the key benefits of crypto as an asset class. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Great to see them leaning in, but disappointing to see some fundamental tenets, benefits of crypto are spurned. And here it says, 250 billion. This goes into Jack Dorsey Square for a second. It's going to come back for a second. Let me read this because let's talk about that because, Square has taken a huge position in Bitcoin. So as reported today, 250 billion company announced that it would soon allow cryptocurrency spending following in the footsteps of Jack Dorsey Square. It says here the list of supported digital assets includes Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. XRP, the 4th largest cryptocurrency whose supply is largely controlled by Ripple, is notably absent on the list. However, most of those who were busy celebrating the new adoption milestone and watching Bitcoin pump to a near yearly high missed some intricate details in the cryptocurrency offering. It turns out that PayPal users will not be provided with a private key to their cryptocurrency holdings. Moreover, it will be impossible to send crypto to other accounts on or off PayPal. You can only hold the cryptocurrency that you buy on PayPal in your account. Additionally, cryptocurrency in your account cannot be transferred to other accounts on or off PayPal. That I got to tell you, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Garlinghouse suspects that these limitations are likely related to regulatory uncertainty in the U.S. I love what he says here. I suspect PayPal is concerned about the, wait for it, regulatory uncertainty impacting its rollout on a number of levels. Ripple is currently mulling over moving its headquarters to a more crypto-friendly country. Okay, well, with that being said, here is a post here from BondCrypt XRP, and thank you to everybody that sent the information today. Ripple considers Japan, Singapore, if blockchain firm leaves U.S. The common denominator between all of them is that their governments have created a clarity about how they would regulate different digital assets, different cryptocurrencies. Now, granted, here's the rub for me. Okay, we do not have the clarity or the designation on the asset XRP here in the United States. They do have a more defined clarity when it comes to cryptocurrencies and the different cryptocurrencies in places like Japan and Singapore. But the truth is no matter where you go, first of all, Ripple has offices all over the world. They have an office in Singapore. They have an office in San Francisco where the headquarters is, right? They also have an office they opened up recently in the past year in D.C. They could go anywhere. It's just really filing paperwork, right? I mean, the headquarters could be anywhere. They're actually all over the world already is the point. But we don't have the clarity from regulators here about what XRP actually is, and I think we all understand its intended use. But what I wanted to bring up here is that if you look at all the different areas where they have site clarity, okay, the Monetary Authority in Singapore or Japan, right, or the Financial Conduct Authority, right, in the UK, or looking at the EU and how they've got a nice regulatory framework that's starting to develop there, or looking at going at Malta where it's just game on, or Liechtenstein, right, or places like that around the world. There's other places around the world that have further clarity in this area. However, are they using XRP in an institutional back-end financial settlement for banks and clearinghouses? Hello, I asked a question. Are those countries that have all this epiphany of clarity rolling in for regulation, I'm going to ask it one more time. Are they already using XRP for its intended use? Or is it still a retail speculator market there too? And the answer is no, they're not. So I don't know if I'd go pack in a bag just yet. Okay? Because the reality is this is a global effort. This is an international effort. If we understand what XRP's real intended use is, It is for cross-border payments. It is broadly to be used back end for a settlement of the entire derivatives market, commodities and the like, stocks and the whole bit. You know it, right? That's where we're going. Well, if they got all this clarity, how come they haven't started doing it for themselves and saying nanny nana boo boo from across the pond? Things that make you go home. Well, here's some other things that make you go home before we get out of here. Let me just hit you with a few of these while I throw the logo up, because here's the reality here. We're in the fourth industrial revolution. Well, what was the first one? The first industrial revolution was really the transition to new manufacturing processes in Europe and the United States in the period from about 1760 to 1820, 1840. The textile industry was also the first to use modern production methods. Great. What was the second industrial revolution? It was also known as the technological revolution, was a phase of rapid standardization and industrialization from the late 19th century to the early 20th century. In the same time period, new technological systems were introduced, most significantly electrical power and telephones. Well, what about the third industrial revolution, Brad? Well, the third industrial revolution brought forth the rise of electronics and telecommunications and, of course, computers. Through the new technologies, the third industrial revolution opened the doors to space expeditions, research, and biotechnology. Well, that is interesting. What is the fourth industrial revolution? Simply put, the fourth industrial revolution refers to how technologies like artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, and the Internet of Things are merging with humans' physical lives. Think of voice-activated assistants, facial ID recognition, and even digital healthcare sensors. What is the Internet of Things? Refers to a system of interrelated internet-connected objects that are able to collect and transfer data over a wireless network without human intervention. Wow, cryptos fits right in there with that blockchain technology, the whole bit. I just wanted to say that. Right. So, moving on, I have to say that, this is where we are. We are in the moment of the Internet of Things. We are in the moment of the birth of the fourth industrial revolution. And if you look back through history from the first one and the second one and the third one, the United States was a part of every industrial revolution, and they won't miss this one. So where I'm at here is don't go packing that bag just yet, Chris and Brad, because at the end of the day, I'm not seeing Singapore or Japan at this point, at this juncture, using XRP for its true full-scale intended use, even with the clarity that they have. So I think, sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And the reality here for me, and tongue-in-cheek here, but, I'm being tongue-in-cheek, but the reality here for me is this. This is an international effort. And there's a reason I believe that even though they have more clarity there than here in the United States, they're still not using it for its full-scale intended use. And that is one of the biggest signals that tells me that the U.S. will get the clarity that it needs for Ripple and XRP, specifically XRP, and then we will absolutely see the entire world use it. And from there, it doesn't matter where Ripple moves to, because it's a decentralized global asset. All right, that's going to do it for me. Hit the like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Make sure you check out the links in the descriptions and the comment box. I got a lot of great stuff in there for anything you may want or need. And check that stuff out as trusted links. I use all of those things. Keep a lookout. I'm going to have Blake Skadron from I Trust Capital coming on this show very, very soon. Keep a lookout for that. He's got some fantastic news. I'll catch all of you on the next one.